Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Siti Norain binti Rusli and my metric number is 8228056 Today I'm going to briefly discuss about inflation rate. So, inflation rate refers to the general increase in consumer price index or CPI, which measure the average change in price over time for a basket of goods and services. The CPI is crucial because it reflects the cost of living for the average consumer. Inflation can be influenced by various factors, including the demand and supply of goods, production costs, and economic policy. When inflation rises, each unit of currency buys fewer goods and services, which reducing purchasing power. Understanding inflation is vital for both consumer and policymakers, as it affects everything from household budget to national economic strategies. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Hi everyone, I'm Divashini Haridas here. My metric number is 822A0273. Today I want to present about how to calculate the inflation rate with an example. The formula for inflation rate is CPI for current year minus CPI for previous year divided by CPI for current year and multiplied by 100%. Here is one example of inflation rate, how to calculate the inflation rate. Uh, the CPI for current year is 227.04 and the CPI for previous year is 220. So 227.04 minus by 220 and divide by 220. So multiple by 100% and the inflation rate is 3.2%. Thank you.
Today, I will discuss the causes of inflation in the domestic market. Firstly, demand pull inflation. Demand pull inflation occurs when demand exceeds supply. For example, with the reopening of the economy in late 2021, consumer and business spending increased, putting pressure on available resources. When aggregate demand grows faster than aggregate supply, prices will increase. Now let's talk about cost push inflation. This happens when the cost of essential production components like oil and raw materials increases. For instance, rising oil prices lead to higher overall production costs. Companies often pass these costs into consumers, leading to inflation. Finally, the global energy crisis is another factor. Energy prices have increased worldwide, particularly affecting non-fuel producing countries like the US and China. This rise in energy costs indirectly impact production expenses, which trickle down to local prices. In summary, inflation in the domestic market can be driven by demand pull factor, cost push factors, and global energy price fluctuations. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is AFT1093 bin Abdul Filos. My metric number 822A0573. Today I would like to talk about what types of inflation happens in China and the United States. Give a reason for your answer. For the two countries, China and United States, the inflation is driven most by cost. This sort of inflation happens when production costs for products and services rise, putting upward pressure on prices. In China and the United States, the rising energy crisis following the epidemic has resulted in an increase in fuel costs. This increase in fuel costs has a knock-on impact across the economy, raising the expense of transportation, manufacturing, and other areas of company operations. As a result, producers suffer increased costs, which they may pass on to customers in the form of higher pricing for goods and services. This pattern is consistent with the characteristic of cost-push inflation, in which rising production costs lead to overall price rises in the economy. Thank you.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Firdaus bin Azman. My number metric is A22A0490. Today I want to answer the question and explain the answer. Brief. The question is briefly explain economic policy could be used and how the implementation of the policy will change a price level. The first is economic policy is anything the government takes in the economic sphere is referred to as economic policy. System to regulate interest rates, the government budget, the labour market, state ownership, and other aspects of government economic involvement are all including in economic policy. The and how the implementation of the policy will change a price level is the first is tax incentive for business. Lower corporate tax rates or one of tax exemption reduce operating expenses, help business lower price or delay price increase, benefiting consumers. The second answer is subsidies based on productivity. Financial assistance to efficient companies lower production costs, helps maintain and or reduce price despite rising fuel and raw material costs. The number three is flexible financial financing. Government institution offer direct loans, financing guarantees, and equity injection. The support business expansion, increase production capacity, and establish price. The fourth, the answer for number four is target support for the key industry. Assistance to critical industry facing supply chain disruption includes financial report, relax regulation, and easier access to raw materials to maintain stability and prevent price hikes. The last answer is yearly intervention and continuous monitoring. Implement continuous market monitoring to identify and address issues yearly. Prevent supply chain bottlenecks, maintain market stability, and reduce price fluctuation. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anas Putra bin Azahri and my numeric is A22A3094. Today, I will to present about the who benefit from inflation. First, debitor. Inflation reduces the real value of debit over time, making it your form debit to repay a loan. Debitor can repay less which more than it was less than the original borrow it. Second, business. Inflation increases the price of goods and service, allowing business to set a high price and increase their profit. Third, government. Controlling inflation can promote country and export by decrease the price of goods, is making goods more competitive in international market, increasing export income, and promoting economic growth. Lastly, bank. Raising inflation causes the central bank to increase international rate, control inflation. High interest rate low bank to earn more profit from the financial, increasing interest and promoting economic growth.
Hai, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ifadina binti Rahim and my mentor's card at the number is A22A0292. Next, we go through to the next question that we will discuss why inflation considered to be a problem for an economy. The first reason is because of unequal income distribution. Inflation affects the fixed income earners like government workers by reducing their purchasing power, while flexible income earners like business owners may benefit from the higher price, leading to income inequality. Borrowers benefit as they repay loans with the valued money, while creditors will lose out. The second reason will make the increasing in investment and production. Inflation can boost the investment and production as the lower interest rates encourage investments in stock and real estate. Businesses also expand, creating jobs and fostering innovation. The third factor will decrease in the amount of saving. This is because inflation erodes the purchasing power of money. For example, when the price increases, the same amount of money can buy fewer goods and services. When people perceive that their savings are losing value due to the inflation, they become less inclined to keep money in traditional saving accounts. And finally, it also will make deficit in balance of trade. This is